I work reception at a boutique hotel in Amsterdam. Last summer, an American family checked in for what they called their dream European vacation. On day 3, the father approached my desk, visibly confused. He'd just returned from a canal tour where the guide had mentioned something that broke his brain. Mandatory paid vacation time. Hold on, he said, placing both palms flat on my counter. Your tour guide said she gets 25 days off, paid, every year. That's not possible. I confirmed it was standard across the EU. His wife leaned in. So you're telling me the government forces businesses to pay people for not working? It's a worker protection, I explained. He shook his head slowly. That's socialism. How do companies survive? I gestured around our profitable hotel. He stared at me like I'd just claimed the sky was green. Then he asked the question that still haunts me, but what if someone doesn't want that many vacation days? What if they'd rather work? Then they still get the time off. His face went through 5 emotions in 3 seconds. That's freedom restriction, he announced, and walked away muttering about government overreach. They checked out 2 days early. Left a review saying Europe had concerning labor practices that hurt businesses. Some people really can't handle the idea that rest is mandatory. You're already noticing the deeper pattern. When comfort collides with a system built for humans, some people panic. Most content stops at the funny story. I decode the psychology underneath. If that's the level of insight you came for, subscribe and make sure this clarity keeps finding you. My cousin manages a car rental office in Munich. An American businessman came in to pick up his reservation. Everything went smoothly until my cousin mentioned the office would be closed the following Monday for a holiday. Which holiday? The American asked. What Monday? Religious observance. The man's face hardened. I'm flying out Tuesday morning. I need to return the car Monday. My cousin explained he could drop it Sunday evening or Tuesday morning, no extra charge. The American wasn't having it. In the States, businesses stay open. That's capitalism. You're losing money being closed. It's federal law. Everything closes. Everything. He looked genuinely disturbed. What about gas stations? Mostly closed. Some highway locations stay open. He pulled out his phone and started typing furiously. My cousin assumed he was leaving a bad review. But no, he was emailing his corporate office about Germany's infrastructure. Problem? He went on a 10-minute rant about how a modern economy can't function if businesses close for religious holidays most people don't even observe anymore. My cousin finally interrupted. Sir? We've functioned like this for decades. Barely, the American muttered. He returned the car Sunday at 6 p.m., an hour before closing, and made a point of saying, in America, customer service comes first. My cousin smiled and said, in Germany, workers are also customers. If that sentence hits you, if you can feel the philosophy shift beneath it, you're exactly who this channel is built for. Most people miss the worldview hiding in plain sight. Subscribers don't miss these moments. The man left confused. I work at a pharmacy in Stockholm. American tourists are common, usually asking about cold medicine or stomach issues. But last October, a woman came in demanding to speak with the pharmacist. I am the pharmacist. She wanted sleeping pills. Strong ones. I explained I'd need to see a prescription from a Swedish doctor or a valid EU prescription transfer. I have a prescription from my doctor in Florida. That doesn't work here. Different system. She pulled out her phone and showed me a photo of her prescription bottle. This is legal proof. It's not in Sweden. You need to see a doctor here. Her voice rose. I've been traveling for a week. I'm exhausted. I just need sleep medication. Why is this so complicated? One suggested melatonin, available without prescription. She made a face like I'd offered her candy. Melatonin is for children. I need real medicine. Don't you have a manager? I'm the senior pharmacist on duty. She stared at me. So you're telling me that in Sweden, I can't buy medication, even though I clearly need it, and I have legal proof from my doctor? Correct. Healthcare systems are national. Your doctor has no authority here. She actually laughed, and not amused, but disbelief. This is insane. In America, we trust medical professionals from anywhere. No, you don't. A Swedish prescription wouldn't work in America either. This stopped her. She thought about it, then pivoted. Can I pay out of pocket to see a doctor right now? It's Sunday evening. You'd need to go to emergency, and they likely won't prescribe sleep medication unless it's urgent. So I just don't sleep. Try the melatonin. Or chamomile tea. She bought neither. Left muttering about socialist healthcare limiting choice, my brother-in-law teaches English in Prague. He has American colleagues who moved over on teaching contracts. One of them, fresh from Texas, was horrified to learn about mandatory lunch breaks. Wait, she said during orientation. I have to take a lunch break. The principal nodded. 30 minutes, minimum. It's labor law. But what if I want to work through lunch and leave early? You can't. The break is required. She looked around the room like someone was pranking her. That's absurd. I'm an adult. I should decide when I eat. The principal, very patient, explained that it's a worker safety issue, mental and physical health. So the government tells me when to be hungry? The government ensures you have time to eat. She crossed her arms. This is why Europe's productivity is lower than America's. My brother-in-law, who was sitting next to her, couldn't resist. Our test scores are higher, though. She ignored him. For the entire first semester, she protested the lunch break by sitting at her desk eating a protein bar in 12 minutes. Then, sitting silently for the remaining 18, checking her phone, by semester 2, she discovered the teacher's lounge had good coffee and better gossip. Now, she takes 45 minutes. She still complains it's mandatory, though I manage a small marketing firm in Copenhagen. We hired an American designer on a 1-year contract. Talented guy, good portfolio. During onboarding, HR explained he'd get 5 weeks paid vacation annually, as required by Danish law. He interrupted. I don't need 5 weeks. Can I take 3 and get paid for the other 2? No, you have to take the time. All 5 weeks. Yes, he sat back, genuinely troubled. That's a lot of not working. Our HR manager smiled. That's the point. But I like working. What am I supposed to do for 5 weeks? Travel, rest, hobbies. He looked at her like she'd suggested he'd take up competitive snake handling. I don't have 5 weeks of hobbies, she explained. He could split it up 1 week here, 2 weeks there. He seemed slightly relieved, but still uncomfortable. 3 months in, he hadn't booked any vacation. I called him into my office. You need to schedule time off. Use it or lose it. Lose it. I thought I had to take it. You do? I'm saying don't wait until December and try to take 5 weeks at once. He rubbed his face. This is stressing me out more than just working. I suggested he take a week in spring, 2 in summer, and split the rest. He agreed reluctantly. When he returned from his first week off, sent a company-wide email. Just took my first mandatory vacation. Turns out doing nothing for a week is harder than working. Respect to Europeans who've mastered this. We appreciated the honesty. He still thinks it's weird, though. Last month he asked if he could donate unused vacation days to charity. We said no. My sister works HR for a tech company in Berlin. They hired an American software engineer who negotiated hard on salary, but didn't ask about benefits. Big mistake. His first day, he received the benefits packet. 6 weeks paid vacation. Unlimited sick days with doctor's note, parental leave, and pension contributions. He came to my sister's office, packet in hand. Is this a typo? 6 weeks? Standard for our industry here. Unlimited sick days. With medical documentation? Yes. He sat down without being invited. What's the catch? No catch. German labor law. So if I'm sick for a month, I still get paid. For the first 6 weeks, full salary. After that, insurance covers it at reduced rate. He was silent for a solid 10 seconds. Why would anyone work hard if they can just call in sick? My sister, who'd heard this before, had her answer ready. Because most people don't enjoy being sick. Also, you need a doctor's note still. This seems exploitable. Germans don't generally exploit it. Sick days here are lower than American unpaid sick day usage. He didn't believe her. Looked it up on his phone right there. Found she was correct. His face went through a journey. So you're telling me that treating workers well makes them work better? Yes, that's not how they explained it in business school. He's been there 18 months now. Uses his vacation time. Hasn't abused sick days? Last month, he told my sister he'd never go back to American labor standards, but he still doesn't fully understand why it works. I work the front desk at a gym in Rotterdam. We had an American member here for 6 months on business assignment. Nice enough guy, very dedicated to fitness. He came in every morning at 6 a.m. without fail, until he didn't, when he returned after missing 3 days. I asked if everything was okay. I was sick. Nothing serious, just a bad cold. Did you get a doctor's note? He looked confused. For the gym? Oh no. I meant for work. I didn't go to the doctor. It was just a cold. So you went to work sick? Yeah. Took some Dayquil. Pushed through. I must have made a face because he got defensive. What? It's what you do. In the Netherlands, if you're sick, you stay home. Your employer can't pressure you to come in. I wasn't pressured. I just went. But you were contagious. You could have gotten coworkers sick. He genuinely never considered this. I mean, yeah, but everyone does it. If you stayed home for every little cold, you'd use all your sick days. We don't have limited sick days here. This broke his brain a little. So people just stay home whenever? When they're genuinely sick? Yes. It's better for everyone. You process this. Huh, that actually makes sense. But it seems like something people would abuse. Do you abuse it? No, but I'm American. We have work ethic. I'd let that one go. 2 weeks later, he caught another cold, worse this time. Stayed home for 4 days. Sent me a gym message. You were right. Rest works better than Dayquil. Progress. My aunt owns a small law firm in Brussels. Last year, she hired an American attorney who'd married a Belgian and relocated. Brilliant lawyer, excellent credentials. During his first month, he attended a staff meeting where my aunt reminded everyone to submit their vacation requests for summer. The American raised his hand. Question. What happens if the client needs me during my vacation? My aunt smiled. They wait. What if it's urgent? Then a colleague handles it. That's why we cross-train. But what if they specifically want me? Then they wait until you return. Or they accept another attorney. He looked around the room like someone would back him up. No one did. In the States, we'd take the call. Client service is paramount. My aunt, who'd practiced law for 30 years, leaned forward. Here's what I've learned. When you're always available, clients expect it. When you set boundaries, they respect them. Our clients know that from June 15th to July 15th, I'm unreachable. They plan accordingly. And they stay with us because they know we're rested, sharp, and present when we are working. But don't you lose clients to firms that are always available? We lose clients who don't respect work-life balance. I consider that a filter, not a loss. Sat with that for a moment. So the vacation time isn't just a benefit. It's a boundary, exactly. 6 months later, he took his first 3-week vacation. Went to Greece. Completely offline. When he returned, his clients were fine. His cases were fine. Everything was fine. He stopped by my aunt's office his first day back. I didn't check email once. Good, it was terrifying at first. Then amazing. He paused. I don't think I can go back to how I worked before. Then don't. He's been there 2 years now. Takes his full vacation time. Defends it fiercely. Still calls it the European thing I had to learn. Some cultural differences aren't just preferences, they're entire philosophies about what makes life worth living. Americans work to live. Europeans live to work well. The vacation time isn't laziness. It's sustainability. It's recognizing that burned-out workers make mistakes, miss details. It's creativity. It's understanding that rest isn't the opposite of productivity. It's the foundation of it. This is the standard I hold every story to, not just anecdotes, the truth beneath them. And if you want to stay ahead of the next conversation, especially when we dive into healthcare next, subscribe. I'll keep doing this work either way, but the people who subscribe are the ones who stay 3 moves ahead. Next time, we'll talk about healthcare, because apparently that one's even more controversial.